Today's lecture is all about primary triads. To find primary triads, we start with a basic major scale. Now that we have a diatonic scale, what we do is we stack thirds on top of each scale degree to produce a triad. Now that we've built a triad on each scale degree, we can identify the qualities that result. The chords we are concerned with at this time are 1, 4, and 5, which are known as primary triads. From Bach to Tchaikovsky to the Beatles to Adele, the 1, the 4, and the 5 form the foundation of Western tonal music. Pick any key and play through the primary triads, and it'll be difficult to even sound bad. The way primary chords are used and emphasized today in part results from its gradual development by Western cultural music history over the last 700 years, as each generation of composers and music theorists influenced the practices of subsequent generations. This is a process which is clearly perpetuated today. But the real story behind primary triads is based in physics, and it was first told by this guy named Pythagoras about 500 BC. Pythagoras and his followers were obsessed with proportions, and this obsession knew no boundaries, which is why you may have heard his name in math classes and philosophy classes, political science, and now your music class. Imagine a string that has been struck to produce a tone. A second string, exactly double the length, that is, a ratio of 2 to 1, will produce the tone exactly 1 octave lower, producing the most harmonically pure or perfect interval. In terms of mathematical proportions, the next harmonically pure interval is the fifth, or 3 to 2, and then the fourth, 4 to 3. It is no coincidence that these intervals are the first 3 heard in the harmonic series. And how we arrive at the importance of the perfect fifth in Western music. The importance of primary triads can even be seen in the circle of fifths. Any 3 adjacent notes are also the primary triads in the key of the middle note. This helps explain how primary triads have remained so important to music that spans centuries and continents, as well as offers yet another reason why you ought to know your circle of fifths, literally backwards and forwards. Even though we can pick any key and know that the primary triads sound good together, we shouldn't think of primary triads only as static chords, but ever more importantly, as highly elastic categories of function. Let's take the visible spectrum as an analogy. This color wheel provides virtually limitless possibilities as all colors coalesce seamlessly. Even more possibilities of shade would emerge if we were to alter the intensity of color. But from earliest childhood, we are taught that colors come in predefined crayon-like types. And when reduced to their simplest form, we discover a profound physical attribute of the visible light spectrum, that at its root, it is in the intermingling of only 3 primary colors that the vast and beautiful world of colors emerge. This is similar to how tonal music uses primary triads. We can talk about primary triads as static entities, identified as tonic, subdominant, and dominant. But this is only part of the picture. For behind these names is a particular function, a role in the drama of music. The tonic is the home, the object of resolve, which generally travels to some kind of predominant chord, such as the subdominant, which functions as the interesting shift away from home, and as well as the setup for the move to the dominant. The dominant creates the tension, and the strong pull back to the tonic. Like the primary colors, the interplay between these three provides the basis for the vast sonic world of tonal music, forming elastic categories for a virtually infinite array of colors of sound that play on these expectations that are founded in physics and fleshed out by culture.